HOA Karen stood on the edge of my ranch pond, cell phone in hand, screaming into 911. "There's an illegal pond here. Someone's diverting water," she barked, her voice sharp as a rusty nail. What she didn't know, what she never even thought to check, was that pond wasn't mine. It belonged to the Federal Horse Patrol. I was leaning on my fence, boots caked with red clay, just watching her flail and fume like a wind-up toy that had lost all grip on reality. "Ma'am," I called out, calm but tired, "you sure you want to call the cops on federal property?" She spun around, face flushed, her faux designer sunglasses sliding down her nose. "This is HOA territory," she hissed. "You're trespassing and stealing water. I've already filed 3 complaints. And now I'm taking this all the way up." I almost laughed, but it was too frustrating for humor. See, Karen had been gunning for me ever since I bought the neighboring plot. She hated that I didn't keep my barn painted in approved colors, or that I let the ranch dogs run along the fence line in the morning. Never mind that I was outside the HOA jurisdiction. That didn't matter to her. What did matter was control. And Karen? Karen thought she ran the damn town. The real kicker: that pond, fed by a natural spring and marked off with federal signage, had been used for training mounted patrol units. Twice a month, you'd see agents on horseback trotting through the shallow banks. She'd seen them before. She just thought they were some riding club. Unreal. So there she was, screeching about illegal installations, as 2 county officers rolled up in their cruiser, crunching gravel under their tires. And oh man! The look on her face when the officers got out and one of them saluted me. Not casually, not a wave, but a full, respectful nod. Karen froze mid-rant, her mouth open like a fish gasping for air. "Afternoon, ma'am," one of them said flatly, then turned to me. "Ranger Moore. We're all good here." I smiled. "Yeah. But she called it in, so you may want to brief her." Karen's eyes bounced between us like a kid caught stealing cookies. "Wait, Ranger? Federal? But he's just a neighbor. He has a chicken coop. And that pond," the officer said, pointing, "is under the jurisdiction of the Bureau of Land Management. It's not part of the HOA. In fact, you just trespassed by crossing that boundary line." That silence. It was chef's kiss. You could practically hear the air deflating from her ego. PSHTTT. But the water. I thought he was using it illegally for his property. "Ma'am, there's a federal lawsuit pending right now involving unauthorized HOA interference with protected lands. You might want to get a lawyer before filing any more complaints," the second officer added, scratching his head like even he couldn't believe her gall. Karen's hands trembled. She tried to double down. "Of course she did. Well, I will be speaking to your supervisor. I've lived here 20 years, I know what's right. And yet here you are, trespassing, falsely reporting, and arguing with federal officers," I muttered, not even bothering to hide the smirk creeping across my face. Ever read a sign before walking into a restricted area? I thought that would be the end of it, an embarrassing day, a warning, maybe a citation. But no. Karen couldn't not escalate. A week later, she filed an official complaint with the county and tagged the Bureau on her HOA Facebook page, accusing them of colluding with rogue residents. Let me tell you, when federal lawyers get a hold of HOA drama, things don't end in a neighborhood bake sale. 2 months later, I got word, the HOA board had been served. Karen, who'd appointed herself acting enforcement chair, without a vote, had violated multiple statutes by trespassing, defaming a federal agency online, and obstructing a protected patrol area. And guess what? That lawsuit hit her like a freight train in a flower bed. Her emails leaked. Her threats to neighbors. Public. Even the HOA president turned on her, saying she'd acted unilaterally and recklessly. By spring, she was removed from the board, her name stripped from everything but the complaint log. Now, Karen hides behind her curtains every time the horse patrol trots through the pond. I've seen her peeking, red-faced, clutching a coffee mug like it's a grenade. And the best part? The pond's been renamed Karen's Folly on our internal maps. Unofficial, of course, but the guys love it. So, wanna hear more neighborhood chaos and delicious karma like this? Subscribe to my channel and don't miss the next story, especially when lawsuits get served with a side of poetic justice.